Holy crap, guys. Just got back from the pawn shop and got like the craziest, great haul, I'll tell you that. Like I got a pretty awesome deal. I spent $35 total. It's always hard to spend that much, but when you look at what I got, it's a steal. I mean, it's steal. So I'm just going to show, it's all games, several different generations. So to start, I'm just going to go through this little, he's like, oh, I have this, this little, CD case full of PS2 games. I'm like, I really need the cases, blah, blah. But then when I looked, I was like, he was like, I'll give you the whole thing for $5. And I was like, okay, that's a good deal. So it has Driver 2 in there. Cardinal Sin. I think these are just PlayStation, actually. Maybe there's some PS2. Let's see. Another copy of Driver 2. Oh, it's Disc 2. Disc 2 of Driver 2. The Great Escape for PS2. This is super, super scratched up. It's based on the movie. This is, I don't think that'll play. That's really scratched up. That's kind of disappointing. This is, what is this game? VIO, starring Pamela Anderson. Interesting. That's just a PlayStation title. Pro Skater 2, awesome. Big fan of Pro Skaters. A demo disc, a Jam Pack Volume 12 for the PlayStation 2. No big deal. Moto Racer number 2 for the PlayStation. So these aren't like the best, but there's definitely some in here. Akuji the Heartless, an Iodos title. That's a PlayStation. So yeah, Test Drive 5, PlayStation, nothing special. But for $5 for all of these, it's a good deal. This is the one that really made me want it. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I have Metal Gear Solid 3, but it's not Snake Eater. I'm not sure if they're actually different or what exactly. I'll have to compare. That's a Konami title. You can't go wrong with that. Dynasty Warriors. Just was watching one of this guy's videos yesterday, Dynasty Warriors 6. Always does pickup videos. He gets some good stuff, but this seems to be the first one for the PlayStation, so I'll get to see what the hype's about. He's like obsessed with that game. So that's all that. $5 for that whole thing. Great deal. Alright, now I'm going to go through, I got this one PS2 title right here, Medal of Honor Frontline, $2. I mean, any adventure game like this is worth it. I mean, it's days of gameplay for me, and $2 is nothing when you think about it. Alright, now I got a few Nintendo 64 titles. These were all $2 a piece. Got the classic 1080, didn't have it yet, everyone loves it. Perfect Dark by Rareware. This is like a huge classic for people growing up in the 90s. Like this and James Bond were like the big first-person shooters. I've heard of this game, and when I saw it, I was like, why have I heard of this? I think it's supposed to be good. Not sure. Hexen. Right there. Right at M. Star Fox 64 for $2. I think this is worth more than that. That's why I got it. I'm not a big fan of the Star Fox, but I was pretty sure, because this is a pretty classic title, so I was like, I think it's worth more than $2. Hybrid Heaven. I haven't heard of this game, but it was a Konami title, and it's hard to go wrong with Konami. I wasn't sure how much this was worth. Excitebike 64. I'm sure it'll be fun to play, and Excitebike is like one of the NES classics, so I figure maybe this is worth a little bit more than $2. Alright, now going to go on to my NES pickups. Got 7 or 8 of them, and pretty stoked. $2 a piece is a deal. It's hard to come by game. I mean, $5 is average, I would say, for most NES games, and so anything less than that is like a deal. The Tengen Pac-Man, I think this is only worth a couple bucks, so it'll get its value. And this is I'm sure I know it's much better than the Atari version. I'm not sure if this was released without the Tengen. It must have been, but I'm not sure. But Pac-Man, a classic. Can't go wrong with that. RoboCop by Data East. I'm sure that'll be a lot of fun. It might be junky. It's worth $2, I'm sure. It'll be pretty fun to play around with. I've heard of this for sure. Ikari Warriors #2, Victory Road. That's an SNK title, and as you know, SNK has put out some quality games, and so as soon as I saw that, I was like, gotta get that. SNK is just huge quality. I already have this title, Metroid, but it's definitely worth more than $2, and so picked it up, and I'll probably hold it in my collection for a while, and maybe just sell it on eBay or something eventually. But Dirty Harry, don't know anything about this game. Just looked interesting, really. It's not made by a good production company, so I probably should have looked at that. It's made by Mindscape, so it's probably terrible. I don't know. It caught my attention. $2 for all these. So, all right, almost done here. Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors #2. There's that. It's got some Sharpie on the side there, but I've heard of this game, and I'm sure it's worth more than $2. I think all of these are pretty much worth what I paid for them. So that one's pretty cool. It's got Fabio on the front there. So awesome. All right, 2 left here. I got Millipede. Not familiar with what this looks like. I just imagined Centipede, and they just gave it a new name. But maybe they added a couple different things to it, but we'll see. I'm sure it'll just be a nice classic game. And this one I got in the case. The Simpsons, Bart versus the Space Mutants. Pretty excited about that. I've played this game before. Pretty fun. I enjoy this game. It's really quirky. You go around, spray paint stuff. So I am excited about that, and I'm excited about the case. I don't have any of these hard clamshell cases yet, so that's that. So yeah, guys, I think that's everything. He also threw in some instruction manuals. All these, so how this worked was I was looking through their games, and they had like barely any out there on the floor. They had like some like really terrible sports games, and I found that one PS2 game, and he was like, oh, we have some more, like a couple of Atari games over here. So I looked at them, and then one of the other guys was like, oh, what about all those games we have in the back? And he brought out a box just full of NES games and 64 games, and so I picked all these out of them. The rest were nothing really that special. There was like some sports. There was like Wheel of Fortune, you know. But he's like, oh, I might have some instruction manuals for your games. He has like a box like full of instruction manuals. So I was like, hey, if you don't have these titles, can I just like take them? And so he's like, yeah, sure. And so I have the Astro Blast instructions. This is an Atari game, I believe. I have E.T. instructions. Pretty cool. These are all in really good condition too. This is instructions for like a joystick controller, like a full size one. And what else? Pac-Man he threw in there. I have this for the 2600, so it's cool to have that. These are catalogs, just game catalogs that I'm not sure if they were boxed with systems or just randomly with some games, but you look through here and it just has different titles and little miniature descriptions about them. You know, it's got some stuff here, but yeah, it's got all sorts of stuff in there. Casino, Pac-Man, Space Station, Street Racer. This one's a little bit ripped on the back, but these are all free. He gave me another one. This one's not ripped as much, a little tear, but that's cool. And this one's really jacked up. It's a Frogger. Not sure if this is yeah, for Atari and Sears video game systems. So this is an old game for sure. Because that Sears video game system I don't think was around for very long. But that's pretty much destroyed. I don't know, I'll probably trash that. But and then this right here, Meet the Challenge. And it's just another little ad for some games. You open it up and you know, it shows a bunch of titles that you should buy. It's like, hey, buy all these games because they're great. And I guess they're all They're all 2600 games, as well as it says or Sears video game systems. So that's cool. This must be really old because yeah, that Sears video game system. It says 1982 on the front here, so really cool. So yeah, that is everything, I believe. I also picked up nothing. I didn't pick up anything else. That was it. Oh, this right here. That's what it was. I picked up this game, Rise Star, for the Genesis at like a rummage sale for $2, and I looked it up, and it's worth $12, I believe. So that was pretty exciting. And I picked up one VHS tape. It's the Main Street Electrical Parade for Disneyland, and I thought that was really cool. I've never seen this before, and it says the farewell season. So it's like they released this tape like right when the parade was done in 1996. So that's really cool. I remember this growing up with this parade. I remember it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yep, thanks for watching, guys. That's my haul for this week, and I'll probably post another pickups video soon. Thanks for watching.